Be with us Monday night here in Fort Worth. We've had our television title bout signed since we last visited about the Fort Worth card here an hour or so ago. It will be Chris Adams taking the place of the injured Bruiser Brody on the new substitution clause with World Class and the TV belt, facing Matt Bourne. Matt Bourne will really be tough to beat. He'll be going for that TV title and the exposure as he is moving into World Class, facing Chris Adams, who represents Bruiser Brody. Abdullah the Butcher will be back Monday. He'll be on the card. Scheduled opponent right now is Brickhouse Brown. We'll be seeing Mark Youngblood in the ring against Blackjack Mulligan. The U.S. Express, Brad and Bart Batten will be in action against the Grappler and Jerry Allen. A lot of new names. Hope you're here Monday. Ravishing Rick Rude teams with the Great Kabuki in the main event against Kerry and Lance Von Erich. Want to talk to Von Erichs about this. I want to talk to Chris Adams about the TV belt as well as some of the others. Monday night, 8 o'clock, be with us. Things are getting cranked up for summer. Be with us here in the beautiful air-conditioned Will Rogers Coliseum for all the excitement. David, let me shake your hand. I know you're not out here to chit-chat on pleasantries, though. A very scary, unpleasant thing happened.
Well, you know, Mark, how Gary Hart got Abdullah back into the United States, I don't know, because that's the exact reason right there he's not allowed here. There's been some tragedies involved in his matches, and I want everyone out here to know they saw what happened. You do not, you know, it's bad enough what he did to the wrestler. You do not do anything to the referees here.
Why would he attack a referee like that?
I don't know exactly what happened. I wasn't able to talk to Bronco. I'm not sure whether Bronco's got busted ribs. I do know his neck was injured very seriously. At this point, I don't know. Last week we had something happen. I'm out here once again. First of all, you know, without going to the board, the maximum fine you can put on anyone is $2,500, okay? Well, we've decided we're going to put $2,500 fine on Abdullah the Butcher, and we're also going to put a $2,500 fine on Gary Hart. That adds up to $5,000, which is the heaviest fine ever levied by World Class Wrestling. And I want you to know one thing, Gary Hart. I wanted to be out here when you were out here a while ago, but unfortunately I got a knot on my head. Rick Hazard's got a bad back, and I don't know how bad Bronco's injured. We will not put up with that. If there's anything that can be done, this man will be suspended before he ever gets started in world-class wrestling if that keeps up. I'm sorry to come out here and interrupt their interview.
Thank you, David.
Who cares about fighting anybody, David Dunning? Go away, Munchkin. He's just a little munchkin. You know, Lawrence, I've been sitting back in my dressing room, and I've been watching the monitor, and I've seen all types of different specimens tonight. I've seen a crazy dude called Abdullah the Butcher. I've seen Bruiser Brody. I've seen all kinds of shapes and forms come in front of this camera. But there ain't been one that can match mine, has there, Mark Lawrence? Has there?
No comment.
Let me tell you something. There's only one smooth operator. There's only one world title. And there's only one way to get that title, and that's to come and get it. Now, I don't back down from nobody, Lawrence.
We know that.
I am the man who put my name on the contract and let the people pick who would challenge me. 2 times, Bruiser Brody, you stepped through the ropes to meet me. In the world-class wrestling, I'd better get used to a different way of doing things. No more little hanky-panky, thrown hand stuff, because Coach Bob Pufall in Sweetwater, Texas, he told me, he said, Bobby Jack, he said, son, you were born ugly. You're going to have a hard row to hoe. Well, I knew that from way back in junior high. So I had to get a little bit meaner and a little bit tougher and a little bit wilder than everybody else. So, Brody, the thing is, you can run your mouth off to everybody. Get your old lady from the kitchen, that cotton sack dress, buy her some decent clothes. Get up a TV and those scraggly kids, get them up here and let's see them. Let me tell you something, Texas is a disgrace. Ever since I have been back to this state, I drive around here looking at these pathetic people. It makes me sick. Brother, I've just maybe been gone a little bit too long. Well, the big dog is back in Fort Worth. The big dog is back in Texas. Now, Brody, it may be a fracture, brother. Get close here and let me talk to you. Because when it comes right down to the personal contact between me and you, every time I jar you, that fracture is going to move just a millimeter. I have the advantage. They are bringing people against me like Chris Adams, a one-eyed young boy that needs not to even be in the ring with Blackjack Mulligan. Take a look at what a young punk bodybuilder like Lance Von Erich, what happened to him. In Dallas, brother, Chris, I hope that you have made some arrangements because I am going to finish you. I don't know what happened to people that are blind. Mark Youngblood in Fort Worth. One after one after one after one. It makes no difference. And Chris, you can just sit at home all day you want to because I'm going to call you out. You better start jogging. I understand he's been seen on the interstate running. Ain't going to get it. You can't do it no more. I took the title from you. I'm the man that did it. I'm the best there ever was in the world. And now it's my roost. Percy Pringle and the world champ. I'm standing here with some elite people, brother.
I feel so good. I feel so good, Mark Lawrence. How would you feel to be able to walk down the street with Blackjack Mulligan on your right-hand side and Rick Rude on your left-hand side? I feel so good. Oh! I'll tell you what, brother. I understand Kerry Von Erich is coming home from Japan. I understand he's got the Asian Championship strapped around his waist. That don't matter. Get your partner. The great Kabuki and ravishing Rick Rude will gladly welcome you home to Texas next Monday night right here in Will Rogers. And I'll tell you what, wherever we go, whatever we do, I guarantee you, brother, the Pringle dynasty will be number one now and forever and ever.
The old man couldn't do it. The kids can't do it. There ain't nobody around that can do it, baby.
Percy, before you go, Gary Hart tonight, regarding Abdullah the Butcher, has made reference to you and your people.
Would you just shut your mouth? Don't you talk to me about Gary Hart. Yeah. You mind your own business.
Let me tell you something, Lawrence. Let me tell you something about that Butcher. In this sport, size don't matter. There's a few that are bigger, but there ain't no badder. You're looking at the world heavyweight champion, brother.
All right, that's Percy Rude.
It's been your pleasure, Skeletor.
Oh, without a doubt. Rude, Percy, Blackjack. As now Chris Adams is going to have to be careful. Chris, keep your temper. It's 1-on-3 now. Don't do anything drastic. It's 3-on-1. Now go ahead.
What's happening here? What's happening?
I don't know. Everyone in the building's asking that.
It's going crazy in this place. Things are changing, Mark Lorenz. But you know what? Sometimes when things change, they change for the better. You know, it took a thing to happen to me. Being totally blind for over 2 months. It took that to change me, Mark Lorenz. And I promised you people, because of the thousands and thousands of letters you sent to me saying, please, Chris Adams, come back into the ring. You are wanted. We want you back. You, the people, made me come back. And I'm back. Chris Adams once more. The old Chris Adams. Now listen, Matt Bourne, okay? It's his first time here in this territory, and he stands up in front of millions of people and tells me that, am I a gentleman? Do I comb my hair properly? Do I do this properly? Do I do that properly? You've got no right, Bourne. I know you from old. I know you from Oregon. I know what you're like. You're sneaky. You're devious. You're slimy like a snake. And I stamp on snakes. I don't care if I've got one eye. I don't care if I've got 2 eyes or no eyes. I'll take you on. And you know, Bruiser Brody, he asked me in the dressing room, he said, look, you can see I've got a fracture. I have to take a couple of 3 weeks off. Will you please take my turn in the TV main event next week, or TV title next week? And guess who I've got? Matt Bourne. So, Matt Bourne, next week, we'll see you eat your words. And just one more thing, Mark Lorenz. Big Blackjack Mulligan. Big man, huh? He's big and impressive, isn't he? He was real impressive when I saw him sneak up behind Bruiser Brody and kick his arm about 10 times and then come off the top rope and break it. That's real good. Oh, together with a few other people, of course, in the ring. Well, I'll tell you what. You are too slow for me, Blackjack Mulligan, because I'll be rolling around your feet, flipping up one way, flipping up the other, and just when you turn around, I'll super kick you straight in the face. And I mean it, because I'm doing this for you people out there watching. Chris Adams is back once more, and I mean it.
Thank you, Chris. Let's talk now to the Von Erichs, Kevin and Lance. Lance, I want to start with you, sir. let's just talk a little about the incident last week.
I can't believe what happened last week. It's unbelievable. Blackjack Mulligan, I've never heard of him before until last week. He comes into the ring. He takes over on Brody and hurt Brody's arm. I couldn't believe it. The guy's got to either be very tough or very stupid, and I think the latter, very stupid. Anyway, it's the first time I ever had the claw put on me, of course. Now, let me tell you something, Mulligan. You don't know what it feels like to have a claw put on you. If it's not by myself, it'll be by Kerry, Kev, or my Uncle Fritz, and that's a promise.
A claw from Blackjack versus an iron claw of Von Erichs. Now, before I go to Kevin, let's just talk briefly about the big tag you're in Monday.
Hey, I'm looking forward to getting back in the ring with Rick Rude because he was a part of that last week, and he's going to pay for it, too.
Thank you, Lance. Kev, great to see you. You're looking great.
Well, I feel great. I want everybody to know the claw's a scary feeling to have it put on you, but I know Lance is a true champion, and just wait till he unleashes. And I want to make a little message to Blackjack Mulligan. My dad is the master of the Iron Claw, and he taught Lance, and he taught Kerry. I am not afraid of Blackjack Mulligan, and as far as this monster that Gary Hart brought out here, now, I heard him apologizing about poor Bronco Lubitsch. That just doesn't cut it. Now, they laid the biggest fine on the
2 fines of $2,500.
That's right, 5,000 right there, and it's not even through. They're not even through tabulating what kind of fines he owes. Things are going crazy around here, but I guarantee you this. When we clamp the claw on a big monster like that, he's going to have to back up. Now, I'm not making any threats, but I'm just saying nobody walks on my cousin or me or any of my brothers. And what you did to Bronco Lubitsch doesn't go down well with me either.
Kerry, before you all go, excuse me, I'm getting ready to ask you about Kerry. Let's start again. Kevin, Kerry does have a big opportunity Friday as he currently flies back from overseas. You speak for him now.
Well, now everybody, Rick Rude and Percy Pringle always say anytime the Von Erichs come up to challenge for that world title, they always say, well, you've got to prove yourself worthy. Now, the bottom line is my little brother, after he pins Rick Rude this Friday, he's going to have a chance at that world title. And Percy Pringle, Rick Rude, you're a coward if you don't give him the shot. I'll say right now Kerry is going to win that match, and then Kerry should be the world champion after he should get a world title shot, without a doubt.
Kevin, Lance, thank you. Best of luck coming up. Great to see you both.
Great.
All right. We've got more world-class excitement in front of this huge crowd on hand in Fort Worth tonight coming up next.